You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. Today, trust yourself. Decide to listen to that still small voice within. Have you ever said to yourself, boy, if I had just listened to my first mind, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now. Start to trust yourself. Listen, we're talking about choosing a life, choosing a quality life. Benjamin Disraeli had said something. I want you to listen to this quote. I love this. He said, every day man crucifies himself between two thieves, the regret of yesterday and the fear of tomorrow. Wow. I want to tell you about Kate Dewar. We mentioned her earlier. She grew up in a family, her father and her grandfather, they were doctors, and Kate decided she wanted to become a doctor. Early on, she showed an interest in the area. And she finished her residency this summer, and unlike her dad and granddad, she will not be opening up a private medical practice. She decided that she's going to work in an emergency room in a hospital in New York. And she said, the reason that I'm doing that, I don't want to work like my father and grandfather did. Kate wants to go home in time for her twin boys. She wants to have time to raise her family. She's willing to forego the independence, extra money, the prestige of a private practice, and to focus more on having a quality of life. Have you made that decision? Have you decided? What is it that you decided to give up? Say, no, I'm not making the kind of money I could make. Don't have the same position. Don't have the same power and influence. No, I'm not high pro. I decided to scale back. I decided to decide what matters most. I remember reading a quote by Jacqueline Onassis. She said, what if I earn all the money in the world and my children don't amount into anything? What have I done? Wow. I want to hear from you. I want you to call me. I want you to tell me your story. What did you give up? Think about it. What sacrifice have you made to really begin to live this life that you're now living? Or maybe you are not living the life that you want to live. Maybe you saying, I'm really thinking, is this really worth it? But I don't know what else I would do. Had a friend of mine saying, I don't like my job. They're working me long hours. I'm not being paid what I'm worth. I've worked my butt off. I give them everything that I have, and by the time I get home to my kids, I don't have any energy left to create something else for myself, and it's stressing me out, and I know it's going to cost me. It's taxing my health. Maybe you're stuck. I don't know. If you are, call. You stuck? You called. We will help you get unstuck, because all of us have been in some situations where we had to make some tough decisions. We know the answer, but sometimes we need a conversation to help us to get there. But I want to hear from you. If you made a choice to give something up, if you made a choice to say, I've got to choose my family over this. The number to call is 888-539-2980. I want you to call me now. 888-539-2980. 888-539-2980. I was talking to one of my producers, and he said, I don't know anybody and never heard of anyone who have been on their deathbed and say, boy, if I just had more time to work, if I had more time on the job. Nobody ever says that. They start thinking about the family members, the people they love, the people that they cared about, their friends, the people that they would really want to spend time with. But now time is up, and they're looking death down the eyes and looking into eternity. I want you to call me right now. I want to hear from you. The number to call is 888. If you've decided to give something up, 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. I tell you, Mama used to say, it's the small things that count in life. And there's a new term in even on jobs. They say the highest cost on a job for corporations and businesses now is not sick leave. You know what they say the highest cost is presenteeism. That people are showing up, they're going through the motion, but they're not present. Their mind is someplace else. Marissa, how are you from Long Beach? I want to thank you so much. You gave up a full-time job to stay with your kids. Thank you so much for calling, Marissa. Tell us about your story.
Yes, I have been working since I was married. Love my job. I'm a call center manager for a big company, and I decided this is it. I cannot handle it anymore. Stress, working 10-hour shifts, and coming home to my family at 8 o'clock at night with my children. I had no tolerance for my children, no tolerance for my husband. I gained about 60 pounds, and thank the Lord that I went into a mental state that, was too much to handle, too much to deal with. And it was a blessing in disguise, because at that moment I decided that I needed to take care of myself. And I spoke with my husband. He luckily is self-employed. And I spoke with him, and I laid out the budget, and I said, we can cut this out, we can cut this out, we can cut this out. I need to help. I need to be with my kids. They need me. You need me. I need myself. At this point, it's not worth those long hours. And it was hard because, I love my job, and I enjoy my job, and it took me a long time to get to where I am. And after long debates, speaking with my boss, we finally agreed. This is the moment. This is the what I have to do for myself. So
that is good.
I'm working on a transition plan. I've cut down my hours. We're waiting for my replacement to come take over. I'll train him, and then I'm out of there.
Congratulations. Huge congratulations to you. You deserve to have you, and your husband deserves to have a wife, and your children deserve to have their mother. Thank you so much for calling and listening in. The mark of greatness is upon you. Boy, isn't that great? Wow. Whew. That is fantastic. I'm telling you, she made a decision to live her life. Listen, I'm excited to tell you about my very first live broadcast for KFWB. LA's first ever Spring Fair is taking place April the 8th. That's this Friday now. This Friday through the 17th at the Toyota Speedway in Irvindale, right off the 60s freeway, the 605 freeway. Now, in great fair tradition, there will be rides and carnival games, delicious food, concerts, and lots of fun for the whole family. Now, I'll be broadcasting live. This is my first live broadcast. Did you hear this? This is Mamie Brown's Baby Boy first live broadcast from the fair this Friday, the 8th, and I want to see you there. I'd love for you to join me. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Just look out for us right inside the front entrance from 2 o'clock until 4. Now, listen to this. The fair won't open. Don't tell anybody. The fair won't open to the public until 6 p.m., but we'll sneak you in free just for coming down to join me. Are you ready for that? Don't tell anybody. Keep that under your head, okay? That's right. You come down at 2 o'clock, say, I'm here to see Les Brown. This is Mamie Brown's Baby Boy, and we'll sneak you in free at the fair. Now, if you'd like more information about the fair, including the directions, visit LosAngelesSpringFair.com. LosAngelesSpringFair.com. I hope to see you and meet you personally at my first special live broadcast this Friday at the LA Spring Fair in Irvingdale. Yes, this is Mamie Brown's Baby Boy live and in living color. You can tell I'm excited. Did I tell you I'm excited? I'm excited to see you this Friday. I love getting out and being out and just enjoying people. Listen, we want you to join us. Listen, I want to hear from you. 888-539-2980. 888-539-2980. You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980.